Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Corey Feldman.
Brrr, yay! How you doing, man?
What is going on? Seal is in the house. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just feeling very, I don't know, velvety today. I feel like I'm in the velvet room. Is that a velvet wallpaper behind you?
Wouldn't that be great if this look, well, you have this was not a velvet wallpaper. You have the
It,
glasses on and you have the red, so you're kind of halfway there,
I
right?
do, but none of it's velvet. None of it's velvet. But there's black velvet, there's gray velvet, there's all sorts of different colors of crushed velvet. So I was just kind of presuming that background, which is so lovely, is like gray and white velvet. I don't know. It could be. It should be. It would be.
It would be great if this was velvet. I actually
That's
agree
right.
with you. Well,
Yeah, you can
listen,
just imagine yourself rubbing around on the wall all day, just kind of, having a great time with that wall.
I would
I'm sorry.
I
It just
wish
got
this was
weird. It just
velvet.
got weird. I know it just got weird. All right, it's my fault. Go ahead.
Listen, you can get as weird as you want, Corey.
I
But no,
appreciate it.
all kidding aside, listen, you've been in the business forever. Lost Boys and Stand By Me and Goonies and Gremlins. How does Mass Singer differ than all the stuff you have done throughout your career?
Well, obviously, all that was chump change, and the rest was building up to the triumphant moment of the Mass Singer. I
That
mean,
makes
really, if you think about it, none of those things really mattered. What matters is the moment that we're in. The moment is now, and the moment is about the Mass Singer. Seal, long live the seal. I'm just joking.
long live the seal. But
Uh,
you are a musician now. You've been touring with your band. You're about to go out on like a major tour with Limp Bizkit and many others. How did it feel to be singing on the stage in front of this audience and like knowing millions of people were watching?
well, it's true. The seal has been broken, so I guess we can just leave that there. Just it's left like a crack in the ice. But the truth of the matter is, it was a great time. I had a great time. Listen, I did it for a bit of a goof, a laugh, whatever you want to call it. And the fact that they'd been calling my name every year since the show began. I mean, literally for 10 years, every single season, it was like, oh, it's Corey Feldman, Corey Feldman. So I kept getting calls and texts and tweets and stuff from people every year, to the point where it became predictable, and to the point where I started anticipating, oh, gee, I wonder how long until they call my name on Mass Singer. So it was fun to finally get the call. Instead of the call of the name, they actually called me and said, come do the show. So it was fun. It was it's a lot harder really than people think, just in the sense that those costumes are a bit constrictive and very claustrophobic. So if you're somebody like me who struggles with claustrophobia when you get in confined spaces, it's kind of the last place you want to be, because you first of all, you're wearing a stocking over your head that most people don't know that's going on underneath the mask, and there's a little microphone right here. So naturally, when you're jumping around and you're dancing and you're doing all this choreography while singing, which first of all is hard enough without a giant costume on to be able to sing and dance at the same time, but to sing and dance with a costume on and with sweat beating down your eyes and into your eyebrows and into your mouth, and you're trying to wipe your face, or scratch an itch or whatever, and you can't get to it because you got a giant head there in the way. So all of that is difficult. But you could even hear, actually, if you pay close attention during the performance last night of Tricky, you can actually hear there's a point where I lose my breath because I'm moving around and I'm trying to carry this giant heavy thing. I got shoulder straps, for God's sakes, and I'm like jumping up in the air and doing these different spins and whatever. And so yes, it is. It actually it takes you. You know what I mean? Like, you lose your breath. It's kind of like it gets you winded because of the fact that it's such a weight, and you're moving around so much. So it is a strain. But that said, the sweat, the claustrophobia, all of it worth it for the moment you finally get to breathe again and they take the mask off. And that's why I was smiling so wide. when you saw them take the mask off. They're like, man, he's having so much fun. I'm like, no, I can breathe. Yes. So no, but it was fun. It was a good time. And everybody was great. Everybody on the show was great. All the whole crew was very professional. All the cast, the judges and all that, they were wonderful. So just a great experience all around, really.
What type of, I actually was at the same Madonna concert that you were in LA in March. I saw you from afar. I mean,
Oh, really?
yes. So, I mean, and I do hear influences of 80s music in your current music. Like, are you a big 80s music person, or what type of music do you listen to when you're not on The Masked Singer?
I'm actually not. My musical taste it generally tends to be more about 60s and 70s classic rock. I'm a big classic rock kind of guy. Um, but I also like contemporary stuff. Shawn Mendes is a great new artist that I've been listening to. There's actually this guy that I heard the other day, which I don't remember his name yet. He's a brand new guy, but really, really great. Um, I've been listening to Halsey. I've been listening to, so I'm always listening to the kind of the current stuff, the classics. I mean, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, Paul McCartney is still always relevant. So I listen to it all, but the only thing I guess I stay away from a bit is country. I'm not a big country fan, but outside of that, I think I'm pretty much with most music styles.
What about, like you said, when we started, all of these movies and everything you've done in your career has been leading up to the current moment. Like I said, you are going on tour with like Bones and Riff Raff and Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Like,
Low
what?
Serville, Low Serville.
Low
That's the name of the
Cervelle.
tour. Yes, Low
It's
Serville. It's going to be this summer. It's going to be an arena tour. It's our first arena tour, and even though we're only opening, so we have the small slot, but come early, and you can also come see me after the show. We're doing VIP meet and greet tickets, so people can go to my website coreyfeldman.net, and they can get their meet and greet VIP tickets for after the show, which is kind of fun for me because it's the first time I've ever toured where I'm not the headliner, which means usually, I sit in the back all night and I wait and wait and wait, wait. And then I finally get to do my show, and that's 2 hours. And then I'm exhausted. And then I meet everybody and I get like 2 seconds with them because we got to rush them out because they're closing the venue and all this stuff. And we got to get back on the road and go do the next show. But this is going to be different because we're only the opener, which means we've got the rest of the night to hang out and party and have fun. So everybody's encouraged to come down. We're selling 100 VIP meet and greets per night, which means we're going to meet a lot of fans over the course of this summer. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the other thing I'm really looking forward to, outside of Low Serville, we have a big announcement coming May 22nd. So in just a few weeks, I'm going to be making a really big announcement, surprise announcement. But on top of all that, we have another announcement that we've been teasing, which I can't give you all the details on yet, but I can tell you I have my first lead role, starring role, whatever you want to call it, in a feature film that will be hitting theaters this fall. And the film is actually both retro and futuristic in the sense that it was created 20 years ago, but was never released until today. So it's a
oh.
great piece of cinema. It's a brilliant piece of cinema. It's been championed by the great Jordan Peele. And thanks to him,